Tekken 7, one of the most popular fighting games of modern gaming.
Perfect.
A game built by a strong and loyal fan base.
Why doesn't he have this? Why doesn't he have this? Someone should ask Kanada.
And also, the most exciting game to watch competitive gaming.
Markman just don't care. Yeah.
Wow, look at the jab for the anti-air there. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, he's gonna get the wall sidewall stun into the running one. I like it.
This is the story of Tekken. In 1994, a video game company called Bandai Namco decided to make a fighting game called Tekken. The game was first released in arcades, but however, in the next following year, it was ported to PlayStation 1, the first PlayStation console.
And I've been playing Tekken ever since the first game. Sorry about that, I had to burp. Ever since the first game was released in Europe. That was in November of 1995.
And Tekken was not the only fighting game at that time. Sega also made Virtua Fighter, one of the most popular fighting game franchises at that point of time. So Tekken was at the bare bottom even when Tekken 2 was released at the same year of the Tekken 1 PlayStation port. The bad part was that it didn't really garner any attention, that much attention, from players compared to the other big fighting games at that era. But there was a miracle, a good one actually. In 1997, Namco dropped the third sequel to Tekken. The game was the same game from 1 and 2 except that the mechanics were changed into more of a fast-paced over-the-top game. No more of the sluggish movements from the first and second game, now fast movements. And this allowed players to come up with better playstyles than ever before. Not only that, Tekken 3 was good mechanically, but in culture, Tekken 3 is the most successful Tekken game of all time, getting up to 8.36 million copies worldwide. The year 2001, a new era of gaming in terms of graphics and gameplay. Tekken 4 was developed to try out new things, including new graphics. What makes the game stand out is its realism, which Tekken from the past games were just over the top. Now, in this game, the characters of the story either starts up with a depressing start or a neutral beginning.
The devil gene in his blood, everything. Thanks to the dojo master's training, Jin unlearned the Mishima-ryu fighting style and mastered the art of traditional karate. Jin burned with desire to destroy the evil Mishima bloodline, his grandfather Heihachi Mishima and his father Kazuya. Upon hearing rumors of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, bitter against his peers and society, Craig's wrath consumed his soul. One day, Craig started a bar brawl in Arizona and killed an opponent during the fight. Convicted of second-degree manslaughter, Craig was sentenced to 10 years in the state penitentiary.
Unfortunately, Tekken 4 didn't really sell that well, and the game wasn't getting enough popularity, and the players started to move away from the game. But Tekken 4 was just the beginning of a new era of Tekken. So if you're kind of new to this, Tekken 5 gotta be one of the best at that time, or still, I think still is. That had to be one of the best fighting game intros of all time. It has to be. I'm sorry, the music, man. I'm Here Now, man. Oh, man. That music. I love that music so much.
Heihachi Mishima is dead.
Besides Tekken 3, some people want to argue that Tekken 5 is one of the best Tekken games of all time. And I can see why too. Well, not really. Like, you know, Tekken 5 has a few different versions, which was the 1.0, the base game, which was, I'm pretty sure it was the version where console was stuck on, but arcades got the more updated, which was the Tekken 5.1. Also, later down the years, Tekken 5 also got a new version called Dark Resurrection, which now people will say that this is one of the best Tekken titles of all time. They will say Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. Introduced like 1080p, 60 FPS, and all this cool features. Heck, even this game was tournament based.
이 매치입니다. 아까 전에는 구다스에 구다스도 생각을 많이 했겠죠. 아까랑 다르게. 하지만 무릎 생각한 거 알고 있나요? 아, 구다스 나락 가감하게 거는데요. 아, 가감하게 치던가요? 성강. 아, 나락. 구다스 자본주의로 갑니다. 야, 잡기 못 풀고.
Overall, Tekken 5 or Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection did a really good job for a Tekken game. Now, for the next game entry, Tekken 6. Okay, so before I continue with the video, I want to say something. When I'm covering this section on this video, I will be talking about Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Now, you may have noticed, Monix, you have not covered Tekken Tag Tournament 1, the first Tekken Tag game. Well, I mean, it's not, if you want me to cover that game by itself, I can, if y'all want me to. But right now, I'm just going to, I'm not going to include it, but don't forget that's also a game as well. But majority of y'all already know that, so. But anyways, let's get back into it. So, Tekken 6, okay? Tekken 6. This game really not that good. The story gave us two characters that we didn't even care about that just came out of nowhere. Lars and Elisa, we care about them. And Jin started World War III, what the freak, man? Until only just to wake up Azazel, which is a creature and an Egyptian god or something like that. And I think I scaled him in my Tekken scaling video or something like that. Yeah, go check it out, by the way. But anyways, enough about that. Azazel, basically what he does, he's the rectifier of all things. So his goal is if humanity gets too bad, then he has to restart humanity. He has to restart them from ground zero. But Jin, I guess, misinterpreted Azazel's existence, right? This man really thought that would get rid of the devil Jin. But it didn't. It did not. I will say this about Tekken 6. The customization was fire, man. From Tekken 5 to Tekken 6, the customization has gotten a lot better. And it even improved even more. I'm gonna say even more, a few times. Even more. And Tag 2 with a decal system. Tekken Tag 2 also had the ability, you had the literal ability to change the music from any stage in Tekken Tag 2. You can change the music to any Tekken OST, at any Tekken title from 1 to Tekken Tag 2, basically, at the time, right? So basically, I can change it to Tekken 4's music, which, God, man. You also have this ability in Tekken 7 with the jukebox, but that's play in PlayStation. If you don't have a PlayStation, that's a big rip. back then it used to be Xbox and PlayStation, and I'm happy they did it for Tekken Tag 2 at least. But one game didn't do it, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, also noticed that I didn't really talk about Tekken 6 or Tekken Tag Tournament 2's competitive space, because Street Fighter 4 took that trophy, I'm not gonna lie. Street Fighter 4 was the thing back in the in the late 2000s, like to the beginning of the early 2010s. It was booming. Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was kind of lacking behind. That's why I didn't talk about the competitive space for these two games. But don't worry, we're gonna be talking about a game that basically owns the Evo, basically. Don't worry. Tekken 7, don't worry. This is the Tekken game that everybody was waiting for. This is the Tekken game to shine for once and for all. Finally, Tekken 7. Tekken 7 didn't really release to consoles until like 2017, and it was only available for arcades at 2015. So, I mean, not everybody got to play until basically 2017, right? Tekken 7 has done basically everything good. I mean, the graphics, they used Unreal Engine 4 for the first time. I mean, more combo strings. I mean, Tekken 7. But the customization has gone down, unfortunately, for Tekken 7. And the story is still kind of not really good compared to older Tekken titles, but I can tell you this. Tekken 7's story mode, in my opinion, is way better than Tekken 6's story mode. Oh man, definitely. Oh my god. But this is all I gotta say for Tekken 7 because it's the current game until Tekken 8's release. I'm pretty sure I have confidence that Tekken 8 will be a really good game because we suddenly have Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1. Surprisingly, all three biggest gaming franchises coming out. All three pillars of the fighting game community within a 1 year time, window. Crazy, huh? Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys later.